The startboard ain't big enough for the both of us.
It sure ain't, boy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 2 of Division 1 of the CSC Challenger Series, season number 9. I am Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms, Mr. Nick Teixeira. Nick, we had a fantastic week 1. Mike Maloney, Bob McCoy going to Last League Decider. One of only 2 matches last week in Division 1 that went to a Last League Decider. Of course, Mike Maloney getting the victory 9-8 in that one. Tonight, I think we could have a very, very solid matchup as well. Luke Pritzl is going to try and surprise some people as he takes on, Soldier, Leonard Gates, Seasons 2 and Seasons 3 champion.
Hold on, sorry, I'm getting an update from Vegas here. It says 0.5 is the odds tonight on all close staying on. 0.5. Are you taking the over? Taking the under? It should be some good stuff here as Luke Pritzl, Leonard Gates is set to be an enticing affair with Luke. We saw him back, I believe it was season 7. Last time we saw him against Mike Maloney, where he came out a little slow, but when he got going, you were thinking the whole time, man, what if he started out like that? And Leonard Gates, I mean, it's 2-time, you know?
Yeah, and he's had a little bit of a, I don't know what you would call it for Leonard, a quiet couple of seasons for the CSC. I think a lot of that's had to do with a couple of times being overseas and having that disrupt where he's at on the bracket, like we're seeing with Alex Spellman this year or this season. But at the same time, if Leonard has like full green light, he is always one of the most dangerous people in this competition.
Well, you know what they say about stoplights and bananas, right, Sean? That's a Mitch Hedberg joke for a different time. Let's get right into the bios. Luke Pritzl, the freak from East Central Coin, location the Busty Lush, has been playing for 6 going on 7 years now. Coming into this with a week 1 average of 5.08 MPR and came into this season at 893 on the All-Star rank list. Throwing the Super Darts, Luke Pritzl's 20 grams, not 28. That's a typo. 18 is what I meant to put there. That would be heavy metal. 18, I promise. So, yeah, Luke Pritzl, man.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a very talented young Wisconsinite coming through the rankings there where, you know, he's playing in a great area in Kiel at the Busty Lush, and I think it's going to be one of those situations where Luke is going to continue just to get better as he plays, especially being in Wisconsin. It's hard not to play against top competition almost weekly. Depending on where you are up there. And we're seeing that out of Luke. He continues to get better. He continues to just improve in his game. And I think he's going to give Soldier more of a fit tonight than you, I think, my friend.
Well, you know, I would love to see it. And why don't we hear a little bit about Mr. Leonard Gates here?
Oh, Soldier. He's playing for Star City Amusements, as he says, the only amusement vendor worth playing for at the Lone Star Ice House. He's been playing for 20 plus years. His average heading into this, a 5.27, which is going to be below what we expect Leonard to really throw if he's on his game tonight, which it's scary that he was able to beat Mike Scarborough without that last week, but he's 222 on the All-Star rank list. He loves those twos. He's throwing those Winmore Leonard Gates 20-gram darts, those beauties for sure.
Yeah, no, this should be a tough matchup, right? Because you're right. Leonard Gates has been awfully quiet out here in the Wild West these last couple of seasons. I mean, you know, looking back at, what was it, season 4, where he was saying, I'm going to go back to back to back to back, is what he was claiming at the time, but has not gotten a title since making said claim. That's the way that sometimes it goes. He has every ability to get in here and absolutely dominate. But Luke Pritzl is one of those talents, one of those other, you know, put him in a bag 5-0s where you know that on their day, they are just as competitive, just as lethal, if not more so than some of these big shots. But he also has a little bit more of a question mark on what's going to happen in the matchup. And that's going to be the key deciding factor tonight.
Yeah, and let's talk about how this is going to roll. If you never watched before, we're going to go over the format and specific rules of this CSC Challenger Series double elimination style tournament. And that's a 180 from Luke Pritzl to get us started. It is a double elimination style tournament. Like I said, players play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start the match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. And if either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until the deficit is reduced to 2 legs. It will be Pritzl going first. This is the PPD player advantage rule. And if we go the distance
and we go for speed,
those players will cork for start in that last leg decider. And you see there, Luke Pritzl, perfection from the Wisconsinite to get us going tonight. And that brings me to my scoreline prediction, Mr. Nick Teixeira. I have Leonard Gates winning this 9-7. But I was very, very close to picking Luke Pritzl. And I don't even want to say that out loud, just in case this does go the way that it could. But if Luke upsets tonight, just know that I almost said that.
I think personally, based on my conversations with Luke, and you guys will hear a little bit of it later on as Leonard Gates is getting some credits on the board here real quick rain delay. But he thought he had credits on his button, admittedly. It was not his fault. He went up with his hot button, said 0, and now he's trying again. But no, I gotta admit, I was a little bit off base last weekend. Christian Broussard just unfortunately just couldn't get it going in his matchup against Brett Hollanday on Wednesday. I will say this here: Leonard Gates is due for a good run. Secondly, Luke Pritzl is in the interesting headspace. He talks about it a little bit, but feels like he has a little bit of yips going on. He also was thinking a little bit about his strategy. He said in his interview, I always play the board, but tonight I'm going to get a little, the freak getting freaky with it. And we're going to see if that works for him or against him. It either goes really well and we go the full distance, or Leonard Gates 9-5. And that's my take.
Yeah, no, I like that. That scares me, that Luke is deciding that he's going to play a little bit weird just because it's Leonard. And the reason why I say that is because Leonard doesn't care or worry about any of that. He probably doesn't even know you're doing it most of the time. If there's one player that's just going to be kind of oblivious to what you're doing as an opponent, it's going to be Leonard Gates. And way smarter than he seems to be in interviews and stuff like that. And I will tell you that. And his math is extremely good, especially in cricket. But Leonard does not care. He will do some weird stuff too, just because it's Leonard.
Well, now
he's also throwing a lot of 9s
or 7s. I was trying to tee up the 9 as well. That's okay. Our heads were in the same spot right there, buddy. Which
is scary for everybody else. Let's talk about the numbers heading into this. Luke Pritzl, the 5.08. He has 9 marks total, 6 regular ones, 3 white horses, actually, which is kind of a number to look at. 7 marks through his 15 games, whereas Leonard Gates, that 5.27, he has only 9 marks with 0 white horses. 7 marks, though. So he was also a 7-mark machine. I think that will be the reason why Mike Scarborough lost, was the death of 1,000 7 marks. Well, Chat, what do you got?
7s and 6s, man, they get you more trophies than 9s and 8s. That means you're hitting 2 or 3 darts consistently and sometimes not converting on your first or your third, maybe even your second sometimes, says like John Madden that statement halfway through. But it really is the key there is using and taking advantage of your darts. And if you can find 2 treble turns, doesn't matter if it's a 6, a 7, or even an 8, you're going to be happy with those shots.
Well, a 9 will be even better than that. And boom goes the dynamite. Leonard Gates fires off the first 9er here in leg number 1.
Over under 28 is going to be the number 28.5.
That is so high. I'm going to go with.
That's what Will told me, man. That's what Will said. 20.
I'm going to say 24.5. I think is a little bit better of a number, just based off they only shot 17 between the two of them last week, and both of their opponents shot extremely well.
That's why I told Will it's a silly number. I don't know why he gave it to me.
Yeah, Champagne shot a 4.81 last week in his loss to Pritzl. And, Leonard Gates, Mike Scarborough shot a 5.03 in the loss to Leonard. We actually had 3 players last week, Nick, average over a 5.0 MPR and lose. That's including disgusting. The second highest average. But boom goes the Wisconsinite, the first one of those this evening, and he needed it. He finds himself way behind with Leonard attacking those 18s.
Yeah, when we talked about people taking losses, people losing with a 5 happened in the early seasons. It didn't happen often, and usually it was the finals or the seat match.
Mhm.
But I can tell you this, having 3 in the first round, it has to feel bad because you're expecting if I'm a 5-0, I'm going to get at least halfway through this bracket. That's what you have to kind of think a little bit. But now the answer is if you're a 5-0, you're not guaranteed anything.
No, not at all. I mean, especially you got Bob McCoy, 5.42, is playing against Alex Spellman right now on the loser side, who is going to average well above that as well. So some really high average player will be out of the CSC Division 1 after 2 weeks. And I bet that their average is right around a 5.5, if not higher.
Well, how many times have we said, hey, anybody, Sean, you didn't even hit the button to show Luke's throw. That's crazy. How many times have we said, how many times have we said, hey, anybody can win the CSC Challenger Series? It really is true. If you qualified for it and you're in this competition, you clearly have the ability. The problem is the test is 9 legs of winning out of potential 17 played times 10, the 10-week season, which you play at least 6 of them. It's insane. I mean, the difficulty is being asked and answered time and time again, and we see these challengers get close, but never quite.
Right. And I mean, experience in this format matters a lot, as you see Luke doing the white horse. Boom! Goes the Wisconsinite with an interesting white horse selection there. And Leonard's going to be like, I wonder if I can do the white horse the 19, 17, 16s.
I go 19, 20, 18, but there he stays. I like it. Yeah, interesting choice there. He went for the easier, more comfortable transition, but this is where Luke has said he was going to experiment tonight. He has to get a little frisky with it to an extent. He has to play a little bit aggressive and see what happens. But you start off with that big opening strategy. Play for the box and go 17, 16, 19. Get crazy with it if you're going to go crazy.
Yeah, if you're going to go thermonuclear, right? You don't just all of a sudden settle into play normal darts. You got someone who can wipe away all of those in 3 darts as well. And, boom goes the dynamite for Leonard Gates. You give him those 19s, and he's going to punish. You give him any number, he's going to punish on those. But that's Luke's 4th white horse in 2 weeks of action. That is not something that is atypical for him, even though we've talked about his strategy being a little bit weird this evening, potentially. I can tell you that I don't know about that route on him, the 20s, 18s, 15s. That's a bit weird. But, yeah. As it looks like we are bringing in some heavy hitters for this evening, as we got the GOAT joining us once again, Mr. William Stewart. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill.
I mean, hey, that works as well. That's my grandfather, but all right, I'll take it. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the delay here. Little issues with my computer, so I had to pull out the laptop to make this all work tonight. But happy to be here on the call for this great matchup and what should be a testy little battle.
So far, it has been, my friend. I guess also, as we get our 4th 9 mark of this leg, back to back for Leonard. They both have 2 in this leg. We're up to 6 so far for the match. My saying like that's way too high on the 9 marks. Obviously, it's stupid at this point. But yeah, man, welcome. I apparently have always wanted to call you Bill.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We'll take it. As Leonard's gonna Leonard here, and this is why I was kind of listening to the opening monologue from you guys and listening to the spiel that was being driven about Luke's maybe pulling out some unique stuff. Yeah, not the time to do that, buddy. Leonard's gonna make you pay for a lot of those, and I don't know. I get that you have to make some testy moves at times, but I mean, look at the opener. He goes 15s, and then Leonard hammers home on the 19s, and now you're in a situation here where you shouldn't have been.
Well, I mean, back to back 9 marks doesn't help in any type of a strategy situation when you're playing against Leonard Gates. But boom goes the dynamite, Leonard Gates, ladies and gentlemen. 7-3-3. He's had a 6-4 in leg number 1. I think Lenny Too Many is doing on the average tonight.
He's obviously feeling it this evening. And yeah, early stages, only 2 legs in here, but If he rattles off a few more, you're kind of thinking, uh-oh, for Luke. And I don't know. We'll find out. But Leonard should get this leg. 1, 2, 3, pop. Yep, 7.05.
Decent. Yeah, that'll work most times. Unless you're Alex Spellman in a last leg decider at Booyah Cup and you're playing against Leonard Gates, then that average does not win, surprisingly. But here we go. Luke Pritzl 0 for 2 with the throw. And it's a 2-0 lead, Leonard Gates. Not 1-1.
We'll see when Luke gets one on the board. Could it be right here, right now? Yeah, kind of readjusting the start from the last time. Rightly so.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite. And we can still say it. Same thing. Just a lot better. Now you have the 2 higher numbers.
Yeah, now you got to force Leonard into a corner here. Throws in a 7, which is nice. But, yeah, you have the advantage here. You pop a big one on the 20s or 19s, and you can move over the 18s immediately if you so want to. That's what I figured was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And jumps right back over. That's a good move. The problem is that he missed it, and Leonard is going to punish that.
Yeah. Whenever you're playing a player like Leonard, you always want to kind of get rid of these legs as soon as possible, don't you?
Yes, quick. That was the one thing that we mentioned when Luke went 20s, 18s, 15s. I mean, I think Nick made a good point. Why not just continue on that route and go 17s, 19s, 16s at that point, since you are already committed there? But boom goes the Wisconsinite again. He has 2 in this leg. These guys are throwing straight fire right now.
Yeah, 7 already on the night for Luke Pritzl.
God. Back-to-back Niners once again. What is going on?
Share this right now to all your friends because we may see a new record this evening. We're already on pace for a banger.
They have 10. This is leg number 3. And Will, I don't have to tell you this, but I'm going to. They're on pace for a lot more than 53.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So let your friends know now. We are live here for the CSC Challenger Series brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. It's a week 2 matchup between Luke Pritzl and Leonard Gates.
We've already had 3 players lose with above a 5.0 average. We had that happen in week 1. Those were, of course, Bob McCoy. We saw with a 3rd highest average. The 2nd highest average lost, a 5.48 of Derek Hinkle. Lost to Kellen Sperlin, 9-7. And then, of course, Mike Scarborough, the 7th highest average, lost as well. So 2, 3, and 7 highest averages last week lost.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but it's so hot in Texas right now because of Leonard Gates. His
It's
player cam is turned red.
I can tell you what, Jason Will sitting back there has got to be the most excited person in a background of any stream I've ever seen in my life.
That whole gang back there is just thrilled to be there.
Well, I mean, they're watching Leonard. They're watching their man shoot fantastic darts, and Leonard just be like, "Oh, that's cute." You know, like that's what's happening right now. Leonard really wanted that 4 mark on the Bulls to make Luke work for it.
Oh, certainly so. But Luke, now's your chance. Grab the leg while you can.
Big dart. And that's going to loosen the leg.
Yeah, you can't do that because now Leonard's coming up here and he's got his foot on your throat. 3 singles on the 16s. He'll do it in 1.
Oh, he made that look way too easy, man. 6.0 for Leonard. He has not dropped below a 6.0 this evening. Mike right now is shaking in his boots that his average record is very much in trouble so far after 3 legs.
Wow. That hurts if you're Luke Pritzl. That really, really hurts. You're thinking, I'm getting a leg. It's 2-1. Now it's 3-0. Massive difference there in the scoreline. And, yeah, you can just tell from the background. No reaction.
Yeah.
And that's
I do like how – yeah.
That's a tough start.
I do like how he's just able to move across the line, but yeah. Let's talk about it. Very much a start that you can expect after getting the leg stolen like that. But for the first time, I think, in his entire life, Soldier let someone off the hook.
I mean, essentially, right? I mean, only 3 is not ideal because now your opponent can come up here, bang a 4 mark on the 19s, and then take a look up, or the opposite, whatever you want to do. Just guarantee you get points on the board and close that number on the 20s. Great look for Luke.
Brilliant recovery. Yeah, brilliant recovery there. And look at him.
Look at this.
He
strategy.
is. It's not the strategy, right? Look at the confidence. That's the confidence. He is expecting every single dart to go right in where he's shooting. And when it doesn't, he's really shocked right this second. It must be nice.
I'm glad you put it that way, because that is what it is. It's 100% confidence. Running on confidence. It's not essentially the best shot you want to take at that given moment, but he's feeling like he's going to hit it, so why not go ahead and take it and just make things a little bit more interesting for Luke, huh?
Again, he tried to knock out the higher ground after the 2 trebles on the 17s. I think this is the most we've had to focus on the match in the very beginning here in a really long time. These 2 are making us talk about only this. Boom goes the Wisconsinite. What a white horse from Luke Pritzl, his second of the evening. My goodness.
Why watch the Vikings and Bears when you can watch this? This is back and forth haymakers being thrown here tonight in Division 1 of the CSC Challenger Series. What you've come to expect in season number 9.
And John, don't come in here hating on soft tip. Just watch and enjoy the show, baby.
Yeah, I think that
the Freak wins that one pretty easily. 5.79. Now tell me what you were going to say about.
I was just, even Larry Butler, he said it best. He thinks soft tip is harder than steel tip because it is about what you miss. If you're missing and your opponent's just collecting 9 mark after 9 mark like we're seeing tonight, you don't have a chance.
Right.
And that little millimeter means so much in soft tip.
And we're seeing Leonard slow down just a little bit right this second. And while that might not last for very long, it is something that we should talk about. It should be 2-2 right this second. And yes, Luke should have held off this massive start from Leonard Gates about as well as he could have. He is down 1 more leg than he should be right this second, but he has still done a pretty good job of really settling off of this start from Leonard. But, well, Lenny gonna Lenny. Boom goes the dynamite.
I was about to say, though, if Luke can make this somehow 4-3 at break, even if he's down, he's going to feel like he's in distance here to make it work. I think that would be quite the comeback for him to make this 4-3 before break.
Yeah, as we have some updated score lines coming in, Chris Champagne is down 5-2 to Mike Carter. I believe no, he didn't play Mike Carter. Mike Scarborough. That's what I meant to say. Mike Scarborough is down 5-2. We see there Jordan Elzinga. You want to talk about someone we came into not really talking a lot about, not really knowing a lot about. He takes down Bubba 9-7. So he's gone 2 straight against some 2 pretty good opponents where he will do battle against either Mike Maloney and Sean Cathlish next week.
I'm sorry, but you need to put a little bit more respect on that Brian Bigham name. Top 4 ESPN athlete, Brian Bigham.
ESPN athlete, you're right. You're right.
Triples partner, Brian Bigham.
Thank you. That's what we should have. That should have been what we went with there. That's too funny.
Hey, I got to ask you guys, as 2 players that played in events where the WF were sending invites from, does it feel really sad for both of you not to receive those invites, as Jen did?
No. It was honestly a joke because I knew I had no chance because I haven't competed in a lot this year, but it certainly would be fun to go out there.
I lost the Stowe Buns using his own darts.
Yeah, we saw him. I saw. He literally showed us all the video of him pointing and walking away for a dart and then coming back and then throwing another triple 20 and then pointing and walking away from the line and then coming back. And then he just barely missed the last dart. Yeah, we saw it. 4-1 lead here for Leonard Gates after he just made quick work of that one.
I do like, first off, shout out to Luke Pritzl hitting a garbage time white horse there for fun. So that's another one. That's insane to me. He's going to go ahead and start off with a 9. And then also
boom goes the Wisconsinite.
When Leonard Gates walks away, this is for my gamers in chat. Tell me that his New Jersey design doesn't look like he is a Fortnite character. I swear to God, they put Leonard Gates in Fortnite.
Well, I mean, just watch this athlete walk away from the line here, and you tell me.
That is a disco man if I've ever seen it.
Good old dancing Leonard.
I love it. I love the New Jersey selection from the Leonard Gates.
I am waiting for one of them to have just the out chart on the back. I think that would be hilarious. Or like hidden, like amongst it all. Boom goes the dynamite. How about a 9er on the 19s there, Will?
That was excellent. What a time to do it. Trying to fight off the pressure of the 18s and 20s from Luke here.
Leonard just tried to show off his jersey, by the way. In the background, we missed it, but he did just show it off.
They're listening to this in the background.
That's awesome.
Then that's why when I said 28.5 9 marks and then tried to blame it on Will, and because you said it was way too high, I think he's on a mission now. He heard that. Because we're well on track for 28.5 tonight.
Leonard, I was just kidding about that out chart. Don't get mad. Makes me miss you.
He heard it all, brother. You're done for. You're done for. Matter of fact, CDC Indy, you're taking him out to dinner, aren't you?
Well, that's fine. I'll do that. Boom goes the Wisconsinite there for Luke. They have 16 9 marks. This is leg number 5.
10 for
leg number 6.
Luke Pritzl has 10 tonight. That is something. And it's still, I mean, he's down 4-1. It just goes to show you, even though he has all these 9 marks, he can't do much against this 5-9-4 from Leonard Gates right now.
And this is that you just missed it, but Leonard just danced all the way back from that line. And we say this every time, Will. A dancing Leonard is a dangerous Leonard Gates.
Dancing Leonard, yep. I don't want to see that ever as an opponent of his, just because I know what's about to come my way, and it's usually a butt whooping. And that's
really
what
happy you said whooping
right
there.
now.
You started with that H word, and I was like, what is he going with here?
Now he's
butt whooping.
We need to give them dual screen at some point so we can see the background stuff too, because
look at him.
There you go. Lenny's gonna Lenny as he's shimmying onto a 9 mark here.
We had the streaker epidemic of week 1, and now we have the dancing Leonard Gates of week 2, plus Luke Pritzl's nonsense white horses. What is happening here? Division 1 has gone off the rails so early this season.
This is called good old-fashioned fun, Nick. That's what we're having here. As he's still boogieing on down. Dancing, dancing, dancing. He's a dancing machine.
But I like what Luke is doing here. He's got the 2 high grounds. He's down just a few points. And he should be in the driver's seat if he just hits right now. Again, this has to be said. He is doing such a great job of still controlling his game, with Leonard shooting 6+ almost every game.
Miss there from Leonard, but he goes right back to the 16s. Sorry, I got caught up in that moment there between these two guys. I mean, it was a big switch that could have happened there for Leonard to close out the 18s and 20s and just wasn't quite able. But he's got Luke on his toes here, guessing.
Well, I think Luke there on that first start, it bounced off and gave him the triple 20. And I think that was one of those that bounced off and gave him maybe a little bit of a favorable mark there instead of at least one. And so he's like, ooh, all right. Because it just never happens to you, you know? At least you never remember it.
I thought that was going to be another moment for Gates to close it out. And once again, just missing into the neighboring one bed.
The problem here, Will, is that Luke continues to give Leonard those moments, right?
Exactly. He can't close it out here.
Even that third dart, I know this is stupid, but I almost feel like I like the 16 on dart 3 again from Luke just because of this. You know he's going to switch right away.
And you see, he goes ahead and elects to close out the 20s, leaves those 18s open. So still a door opening opportunity for Pritzl to try to make this 4-2 here. Yeah, surely you take the shot.
15s? Yeah, he went 16s, but he could always have switched down to the 15s. But he does take the shot and hits it. Big darts from the Wisconsinite.
Yeah, needed to close that door in the 16s. I like the shot for sure, just because of the way Leonard was collecting on that number. Still going to add some pressure here, but not really enough that Luke should take a look at the 15s and get rid of them. Will so dart number 1. And this should be 4-2, Sean.
I think he should move.
I agree. Go back to the 18s.
The math is math in there, and he does. Great dart. That was just smart gameplay. That was playing the math role there, especially when you're playing against the dangerous Leonard Gates, who could go 3 in the black real easily.
Yeah. The math plays. Go ahead and hit that trip 18. Give yourself a guaranteed opportunity to come back and put this leg to rest. 2 bulls needed.
And he does it. 5-4-5 defeats the 5-7-5 of Leonard Gates. 4-2 score line. If somehow Luke can break the throw here of Leonard and make this 4-3 heading into the break, I think we got ourselves a ball game here, bud.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is a massive chance for Luke, and it's just a shame that he's not going to get the opportunity to go first. Of course, in this format, it'll go back to Leonard, so he's going to have to fight up against it. And you got to think Leonard's just sitting here thinking, oh, opportunity. Ooh. But that first start, absolutely horrible for Leonard, and he capitalizes on it last.
What an impressive third dart, right? He doesn't move at all. He stays right there. He has to fit into like the smallest little area, throws the dart way harder at it to make sure that it goes straight into it. There's so much there that could have gone wrong.
Could be some viewers from
Luke.
Got some viewers from the Netherlands joining us here. It looks like we just keep spreading around the world, don't we, folks?
It's amazing. Of course, we got our New Zealanders watching along with us. We got Netherlands in here. I love that. We got everybody from around the country. Where are you tuned in from? What state? Let's see if we can get all 50 in here.
That sure would be something.
Big, it's a good 8 mark there from Luke.
It really was at the given time, too, because it closed the door on those 20s, forces Leonard to the 18s.
He's going to go back down and try to stab. Leonard's playing this a little bit differently than normal here, Will. I think he's a little worried about this kid.
I mean, you should be. He's throwing these 9 marks against you. It kind of adds some pressure to your throw, even when he's not really putting the average really to your average. But I mean, it's a respectable 5.29 right now for Luke, and that can very well get it done against this 5.91 for Leonard. It's just if you take those chances when you're given them and capitalize on opportunities, you can get the win.
We got Lee from Yorkshire tuned in from the UK. We're going all the way out west. We're going all the way out east, my friend, upstate New York, all the way to upstate Washington.
Wisco to Nashville, Utah. Love that.
Montana, Floridians in the chat. Big dart there from Luke Pritzl to take out the 18. What a dart.
That's
confidence too.
Yeah, he needed that hit right there. Needed that hit, and he collects. Now Leonard needs to stay on the 16s. You can see all darts thrown there. only capitalize on the 5, and that's just simply not enough. We're
Rocky from Italy.
Oh, that is amazing. Darts is certainly taken off in Italy.
Buongiorno.
Oh, both of you guys. Both of you guys are terrible. Oh,
see, I have the best Italian accent. You have the second best Italian accent.
This is looking really promising for 4-3, Sean.
Yeah, it is. Luke is doing exactly what he needs to do right now, which is turning into the freak. 16s. I'm surprised he did not. He left Leonard the 16s. It's a bold move, Cotton. We're going to see if it pays off for him.
Very bold, but he's got the numbers his way. Should get away with it, even with the 7 mark.
Mm-hmm. Should is a key word there, my friend.
Exactly. Should is a very strong word at that given time.
And yes, Luke is in Kiel, Wisconsin.
It's a tough workaround. Go to the 17s. Just go to the 17s, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
never mind.
Somehow finds it.
Oh, big third.
What a turn for Luke Pritzl.
Listen, I gotta be honest. There's a lot of different states that have been named in this chat tonight.
Yeah,
we got over 1,000 people.
Where's Trinidad to cover Hawaii? We need him.
Yeah, aloha, Mr. Trinidad. Luke is really looking good for this 4-3 scoreline. And man, you think about that one dart in the bowl not going in, and this could be 4-3 Luke.
You're right. It very well could be 4-3 Luke, but it's going to be the opposite. But I mean, even that, for like I said, for Luke, this is going to feel big because of the opportunity he missed out on and coming back from the deficit he had of 3-0, right?
Yeah, and there you go, 6.0 and leg number 7 to make it a 4-3 lead for Leonard Gates. But again, the impressive thing there, Will, is that he held off a very strong Leonard Gates through the majority of those 7 legs. There was one leg where Leonard averaged below a 5.
Very strong performance, and we're going to keep on keeping on. We've got 2 great interviews with the one and only Nick Teixeira and these players. How about a 5.83, 5.39 going into break, folks? We'll be right back with more.
Joined here by Leonard Gates, the soldier, for another appearance in the CSC Challenger Series. Leonard, tonight, what saloon are you playing out of, and what vendor do you play for?
Playing out of Lone Star Bar and Grill here in Spring, Texas. The vendor is Star City Amusement. You know, the only vendor that matters.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you back here with us. First off, your season 9 campaign started off with Mike Scarborough as your opponent. And man, you had a run in not too long ago at a tournament in Florida. Talk to us about that week 1 matchup for you.
Well, it was kind of going into it, you know, not knowing where my game was, where it needed to be. But once I settled in, you know, it was back to the old soldier, you know what I mean? Putting some combinations together, sticking with a strong routine and stamina, and ended up pulling it off.
Now, of course, week 2, you got Luke Pritzl, the freak, as your opponent. What's going to be your game plan going into this matchup?
Same thing, just play my game, you know, do what I know how to do, get comfortable, have some fun, and we'll turn that freak into a poster child.
And of course, you know, talking about posters, there's a lot of people on the most wanted poster out here in Division 1 this season. Who do you think, besides yourself, is the one to look out for to keep an eye on?
Probably Ram Guevara. Because he got a bye week the first week, so. You know, Spellman, if he's going to be doing anything, he's got to fight to come back through the loser's bracket. And then one of us guys, myself, Ram, Maloney, is going to end up there, and he's got to go through that too.
Well, there you go. Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Hey, just sit back and enjoy what TOC Partners Promoting Darts provide for y'all to see some top soft tip darts on the Mondays and Wednesdays. And we're going to have some fun tonight.
Couldn't have said it better myself, and we're excited to get into this week 2 matchup. So, Leonard, we wish you nothing but the best of luck in your match.
I'm Leonard Gates, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series on the One, baby.
Push the limits and bring your game to the next level when you shop and save 15% off the Red Dragon Paradigm darts for our September Dart of the Month special. These 90% tungsten darts come in 2 barrel shapes, tapered and torpedo, and offer the same milling across both barrels with radial grooves and diagonal notches in each section. The Paradigm darts also feature a dual coating for a smooth touch in the front and a rougher feel in the back. Each box also comes with a set of hardcore premium flights which feature a sweet holographic effect that will light up your darts with every color of the rainbow as you throw. You can also get a chance to win a Red Dragon Snakebite jersey in the size large with a monthly raffle. How do you enter? Just purchase our September Dart of the Month special and you'll automatically get entered. The giveaway ends October 1st, so don't miss out on your chance for free stuff. Tap the banner on our homepage at a2zdarts.com to shop the Dart of the Month, and don't forget we ship internationally. Best of luck to everyone.
Joined here by the freak, Luke Pritzl, for week 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. Luke, what saloon do you play out of, and what vendor do you play for?
I play for East Central Coin, and I shoot out of Busty Lush Saloon.
Now, you've been in this for a couple seasons now, going back to season 6 or 7. What's your expectations going into season 9? Are you trying to produce some results and get that late stage finish?
The goal I think is always just to try to make it one match further than last time. I did pretty good in the last season, but honestly, the whole goal is just to have fun with it. I'm not a very serious player all the time, so I usually just kind of enjoy the moment a lot more than the matches.
And of course, week 1 started off well with your match against Chris Champion. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that match went for you?
Truth be told, I was a little nervous. I kind of developed a little bit of a shake in my arm a couple months ago, so I didn't really know what to expect. But yeah, he was a good shot. He sucked me right in with the pace and everything, and we were able to go pretty well back and forth. But yeah, it was just a good all-around match. I messaged him. I had to give him nothing but props because that was a good welcome back.
And of course, you got a great welcome to week 2 matchup with Leonard Gates as your opponent, 2-time champion of the CSC Challenger Series. What's your game plan going into this match?
So I'm a big believer in you play the board, not the player. But with Leonard Gates, because he is, what do you want to call it? He's probably the legend of the both sides of the game. I think maybe in North America for the history, because he's got a good resume in both steel and soft. So coming in with him, my plan has to be my first start has to really land, because after that, my whole strategy is hopefully to just bounce the board and throw him off a little bit. But I mean, he's gonna throw it at me just like Maloney gave me a good leather in the last time I played him. So I just gotta hit my darts and trust that I can keep up best I can.
And is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
I don't really consider myself like one of the biggest threats or the top tier talents just yet, but there's a lot of people that send me messages and they give me the belief. So I just got to shout out those people. They know who they are. They always back me and show up to watch me in person. They do everything they can to make me believe that I can do it. So shout out to all you people, and then everybody just keep watching, keep sharing this. Let's keep growing this. This is a fun sport. Let's make sure everybody knows that. I'm Luke Pritzl. You're watching the CSC.
Will?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go for the rest of our matchup between Leonard Gates and Luke Pritzl. Man, it's been an interesting one so far, hasn't it? 17-9 marks on our counter right now, and that is an impressive number going into, leg number 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's over 2 per leg, and we've seen some legs where these guys have just gone nuts in these 9 marks. We've had quite a few legs where Leonard's averaging over a 6. We've had a 7.0 average for Leonard Gates. We've seen just the best of both players at times. And man, this is what the CSC can do when you have the two players at the top of their game battling it out. This is so much fun to watch and something that I think we should be doing more often. And before we get back into this, calling all Chizzy fans. All 5 of them just said, yeah. All Dave Chisel products from Harrow's are now 20% off all month long at A to Z Darts. Just tap the banner on their website to shop all Chizzy merch for this sweet deal. Especially if you like yellow as your favorite color. Chizzy Darts are beautiful if yellow is your thing.
They're good. They're a good set of darts. Standard ring set for most of those darts. So yeah, get a set and enjoy it. Why not? You don't necessarily have to throw as goofy as Chizzy though to enjoy them.
Oh God, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Nobody got time for that.
Very rough.
It is brutal to watch, but my goodness, does it look beautiful when he is hitting all those 180s.
He hits a lot.
If you just stare at the board.
He hits a lot of them. All right. Do you think Leonard is up against the wall here, under pressure?
I think so a little bit. Luke's won the last 2 legs on the spin. Leonard could easily, this in his mind, could be 6-1, 5-2 is what he probably thought at the very least heading into that last leg. And now, not only is he up against the Kosh, so to speak, but Luke's throwing well.
He really is starting to produce here. Some really good back-to-back legs. I mean, 5.45 and a 6.0 to round out those 2 legs going into break. But yeah, these 2 legs here really matter. We always mention leg number 8 and leg number 9 as one's a circle and count those as the, if you can get those in consecutive fashion, usually it produces a win.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're seeing Leonard do Leonard stuff on the high ground now. And he'll probably do a little shutdown 1, 2, 3 after this treble 20. There's number 2. And there's number 3. Boom goes the dynamite. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, brother? And how about Scuba Steve in the chat? Yep. Kiel, Wisconsin at the Busty Lush, which is a fantastic name for a saloon. It is our first saloon of the season, by the way. Howdy, y'all partners. The 19th 9 mark goes in for the Wisconsinite.
Back to back.
And that's where I think Leonard is facing a little bit of a different test than he thought he was going to, Will. Luke is hitting back. Luke is hitting back. Every time Leonard hits, Luke is hitting it. And that's where you feel pretty good about Luke's chances here. If he can continue to do that, not fold when Leonard goes crazy, I think this could be a very close battle and one that I almost picked Luke at the very beginning of the stream to win this match.
Yeah, it's not the typical crumble that kind of Leonard sees from people at times, where he throws a 9 and all of a sudden they throw a 2 or 4 mark, and it just doesn't feel like anything of value, right? No, Luke's able to capitalize and produce a 9 or even a 7 back at him, and it just doesn't feel as big, does it?
Right. And you want to talk about us being used to seeing Leonard have that Leonard Gates effect of just name alone. I mean, we see it in the CDC, North America's Pro Tour for Steel Tip. We'll see guys going up against Leonard in the first round, second round, and choke away big leads because they're playing against Leonard Gates. And it is so difficult to close out when you're playing against someone like Leonard Gates. And for Luke to be showing this medal right now, it says a lot about him as a player and the type of player that he can become.
Question though about Luke Pritzl and what he can become. It's proven that Lukes are definitively better at darts. Well, there's just so many good Lukes,
Yep.
2 in particular that we're probably all thinking of. So do you think Luke Pritzl plays better if his Facebook profile changes from Lucas Pritzl to Luke Pritzl? Maybe he actually just needs to change his name to his name.
I think that is an interesting point. I will say this: you either need to be named Luke or bald to be the best in darts. That seems to be the only thing, unfortunately. Well, actually, one of these days, I'll be that second thing based on Will's predictions. Will, though, will never be one of those things. Boom goes
You
the
predicted
dynamite.
a name change?
No, the baldness at some point in my life.
So, guys, just remember
it's coming.
your takeaway from tonight: shave your head, change your name, and subscribe to Partners Throwing Darts.
And USA Darts.
Nah. I said by what I said.
Well, okay.
Leonard about to make this a 5-3 advantage. Again, Luke's been great in this leg, 5-5, but Leonard there got the start and kept the high ground. It's tough to beat that.
Very much so. 5.88 gets it done here in this one.
And Kyle, yes, they are out of the picture as Adrian doesn't play PDC anymore. And Gary is he continues to Gary. You can also be a really big complainer, I guess. All right, fine. There's a third.
We don't count 2-time world champions. That's why Humphreys and Littler are fine.
Yeah. At least until the end of this year. Then one of them will not be fine anymore.
And then I take back what I said.
Luke only a 3 mark on the 20s. So Leonard's going to get rid of that pretty quickly. Bye-bye. And he decides to not point and get himself his first white horse of the evening, the 21st.
We've had
9 mark of the night.
so many white horses tonight. How many? What have we had? 6, 7?
That's the 4th. No, that's the 4th.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, Luke had 3. And now 4. I take that back. What is going on?
I'm pretty sure we're at like 7.
He can do it.
Come on.
Oh, why you got to do that, Leonard? We're trying to get a no-point game, and you ruin it. Insane.
What
Gross.
a back and forth. Look at this.
There's another one. Oh, almost, but yeah. Well, boom goes to Wisconsinite again. 23 9 marks. And, well, they're throwing an 8.0 and a 7.0.
What a fantastic back and forth. This is amazing.
Guys, share this one more time. But we got a 6 playing a 7. Probably, but I got you. There goes sexy stuff going on. I wish I was bold enough to start just going with that.
Sean, I want you to know, if you go into places or situations and you go that sexy to things, it probably may not always go in your favor, as Leonard Gates can do a little shenanigans.
Insane. Insanity. How after all that does Leonard win the leg, guys? 6.5 for Soldier, and it is a 6-3 lead now all of a sudden.
It's what Leonard does. It's what Leonard does. He takes advantage of the opportunities you give him, and he collects. And those 2 legs after break go to Leonard. And what we say, they are always massive legs. Those could be the 2 that rattle him off to a win here. We'll find out. As you can see, Luke, only 2 marks on the start here.
Man, I'm telling you what, just the beauty of tonight, the CSC Challenger Series, seeing 8-time competitor in Leonard Gates in this tournament taking on Luke, who's playing in his 3rd or 4th, and just seeing these guys now at the height of their game right this second, battling back and forth is so fun to see. It's why this whole thing started in the first place. It's why it continues to get better. It's because these players continue to get better and improve. And I don't know about you, Will, but I love when every once in a while we'll see a picture of someone posting with a CSC player and being like, I got to meet the one and only, whoever it is that night. And it's because they know them from our streams and stuff like that. And it's just so cool.
can really make a name for yourself in this CSC Challenger Series. I mean, we've seen it already numerous times before. These players that maybe some don't know on the outskirts of even the state or even further, and all of a sudden they become national names here in this. I mean, look at Jake Smith when he won TOC events and really became a nationwide name. I mean, those kind of moments happen right here.
Look at Luke.
Take the shot.
I think he has to.
Especially now.
Yeah, I like the step back. Yeah. Do you think the pause hurt him?
I think that it helped him in the essence of going back up and realizing that he was pretty blocked there. He needed to make that change, but it's still going to hurt because Leonard is going to Leonard. And he's upset he missed out on that 17. I would be too, but you've distanced yourself from that 127 score line, really forced his hand, needs 2 triples on the 17. Probably going to get it.
You're not wrong. He only gets a 5 mark. And in this match tonight, a 5 mark is a death sentence.
Yep. And you can see Leonard immediately takes it away, and he's going to run around and force the point advantage his way. 62-point spread.
Luke only going to add 32 points maximum to his total. Not even going to do that. I feel a coffin shot incoming here, bud.
You think?
Well, nope. This is equivocally that. Oh, almost.
If he would have gathered that triple, you would think it's done and dusted. You're looking at 7-3. You're still probably looking at 7-3. This is a tough one to come back from, especially now with that first start being where it is.
Jeez.
Yeah, to poke 2 in there after that first start is pretty impressive.
Leonard's going double. There it goes, and back to the bull. Wow. We are seeing a clinic being put on by one of the best players in the world.
But what's even
one of the
crazier,
best senior players in the world.
Arguably the greatest senior player of all time.
I agree. I gotta admit, though, Luke Pritzl took it from a very slow, not happy with its start, and then an error early on. All of a sudden brings it back to 3-4, and then the break. Yes, he immediately gets snapped in the first leg, but that next leg there with all those 9 marks, all those big moments, if he didn't miss at the end of it, you have to start asking yourself, what if? He's clearly showing the right signs of being able to be sticky in the situation, but Leonard Gates is just hitting that extra gear.
I don't want to say it anymore. I'm tired of saying it. That's the 24th, by the way. We are at that number of the over-under.
I said 28.5.
Over-under.
Yep.
And so far, mine, it seems a little bit better, even though they've been lights out here so far.
28.5 is going to be bang on. Luke Pritzl's going to win 2 of the next 4 legs, and I'll be a genius. Thank you very much for watching.
I don't think so.
No.
I think this is going to go Leonard's way pretty quickly here. He's gonna rattle off these in quick fashion.
Bye to the A-team pie. Leonard gonna Lenny, and he's saying goodbye.
Yeah, I think that you're going to see him try to take the trot here on this next turn, even with the 9 from Luke.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite. Another response from Luke. The haymakers that Leonard typically throws and knocks out people with. Luke not as affected. But another 7 from Leonard. He goes 9-9-7 to start off this leg.
You got to hand it to Luke. He's not giving up by any means here.
Nope.
I mean, and that fire back on the 9 with the 9 brought to you by Leonard, it speaks volumes to him as a player. He's a handful.
Jonathan Long let us know that Brian Dennis got the victory over him 9-7. So the Western New Yorker goes to the loser side of the bracket. The Floridian moves forward in the winner side.
Careful with this Nick Teixeira, you're a genius talk. Don't get this kid.
Yeah, Look,
No.
it was me who was singing, not Nick. I don't know if that's what you're referring to there, Jacob. It was definitely me.
I could be a genius. All right, hold on. Let's. What do you mean? Be careful.
Did you just hear yourself speak like just now?
Yeah, I know. I heard it too.
Yeah. Okay, good.
And that was Personal Thoughts, brought to you by Nick Teixeira.
Leonard's throwing a 6-8 in this leg, and he's just having himself a ball back there. He's salsa king of Houston right this second.
That's quite the title you just gave him, by the way. Yeah, that's
That
a
is.
very
It's
big
very
title.
insane. I'm just kidding, by the way. That is absolutely not true.
Sofa King of Wisconsin,
I
no.
apologize
Salsa
to
King
anyone.
of Houston. That's what we want.
Look at that incoming score. Kellen Sperlin 9-7 over Rick Hensey.
Because Ram's standing up right now, like, I beg to differ, sir.
The CSC next week is just going to be a salsa battle. All right, Leonard about to put this one leg away from victory. After it was 4-3, he's going to rattle off 4 legs straight. That one a 6.16, and Luke has dropped off a little bit, the 4.57, but it's been Leonard's pressure that has really done that over the last leg. And well, this has gotten out of hand quick, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you rattle off 8-9 like that, and then you gather in the 10th leg as well, it kind of you feel down and out if you're Luke. I give it to him for fighting back and producing these nines like he's about to do here, but I mean, it's just you're playing the toughest competitor that we have sometimes in the CSC, and Leonard's one of those guys, man. He's always present. He's always present to make a run.
This is insane. Boom goes the Dynamite after the boom goes the Wisconsinite, and they both have 9s to start off this leg. And there's number 28, and I hate you, Nick Teixeira. All right, here we go. Here it comes. Oh, that is so unlucky on the wire. And then the flight, too. Massive.
It's a big hit. He's got 137 points, but Luke, you feel, has to take a shot, doesn't he? Yeah, now you being in the 15s, at least grab the wedge. He does, but how significant is that at the end of the day, especially if Leonard comes up here and bangs 2 big trip 19s, might take the look.
He is. Gonna just hit them all. Jeez.
He stayed.
He's thrown 9 darts, okay? And he has 171 points and 5 numbers closed. He's thrown 9 darts.
Oh, and this is where it gets difficult for Luke because he only finds a single 15. Oh, no. That may be your final darts there, son.
It is. 12 darts. He throws a 7.75 to win this match. Holy goodness, Leonard Gates.
What a performance from LG. A 6.05 gets the job done compared to a 5.21 over Luke Pritzl. What a performance from the man from Houston, Texas. Unreal. I mean, great stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how else you can put it, right? It's great stuff. It's Leonard Gates at the height of Leonard Gates darts. Usually we see this around March, like mid-March, this version of Leonard. To get it here in September is scary for anyone next month. heading to the Tournament of Champions, and also anyone who is left in Division I winner side of the CSC Challenger Series, because Leonard just put himself out there as a potential favorite. And I do want to give hats off to Luke Pritzl real quick. The Wisconsinite battled hard, and he showed exactly why Wisconsin darts is on the rise. These guys never quit. They're always battling, and it seems like every single one of them every week is put to the test and continues to impress. Didn't get the job done tonight. Leonard Lennied there in the second half of that match, but hats off to Luke. He's going to be a difficult out on the loser side, that's for sure.
Well, you mentioned Leonard just queuing in a good run here, and I think it's a big couple months for him here. He's got, of course, TOC. He's got, the Continental Cup as well. He's, of course, going to want to get the win there. But, yeah, I mean, just the performance overall tonight, just with the start alone from Leonard was excellent. And then especially after break as well, rattling off those couple legs and then the last performance of a 7.75, just incredible stuff we saw here tonight. And yeah, hats off to Luke. The 9 marks were just incredible from the young man, and especially those white horse turns. Just hats off. What a great back and forth battle. This is a shame we couldn't go more legs in the long run, right?
100%, because that 4-3 score line could have easily have just given us a very tasty match, but instead 20 minutes later it's over, right? And it's 10:10 p.m. Eastern, 9:10 Central, and we're thinking about Wednesday now, where Bob Anderson, Wisconsinite, takes on Zach Fuchs.
Yeah, Bob, one of those well-known Wisconsinites who's going to get a lot of support from the Wisco players. So they're going to be tuning in on Wednesday night for our Division II battle there at 8 p.m. Central Time. You should as well set your reminder right here on Partners Promoting Darts and USA Darts Facebook and YouTube pages for that battle. You're not going to want to miss out on it.
Hey, guys, have a great night, and we will see you on Wednesday. Good job, guys.